Inland Sports.
And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. We got two big-time local softball stars who are taking their talents to the next level. And we love seeing that happen when we've got local stars who get scholarship offers and they not only go to the next level, but go to big-time Division I programs. Very exciting. We know softball is so good here in the Inland Empire, specifically here in Riverside. From Hillcrest High School, we got Mattison, Beliveau, and Melody Acevedo. And girls, first off, Melody, I'll start with you on the right-hand side of the screen here, wearing the Washington Huskies sweater over there. First off, congratulations, Melody. And why the Washington Huskies? What was it about the program, the school, the coaching staff? What was it about Washington that you really liked?
Honestly, I feel like it's such a cliche to say, but you really do just feel it. Like, once I went on my visit to Washington, like, I just felt it with, like, the coaches, the girls, the environment, the school. It was so beautiful in Washington. Also, like, I love the environment and all the energy that the girls and the coaches have. It's very much like a family environment that they put out there.
Are you excited to play in the Pac-12? Because that's obviously a very high level for softball.
Yeah, I am. I feel like that's always been like a goal since I was younger, and to meet that goal, it feels like amazing. It feels unreal.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a junior this upcoming season, right? So you still have another year after this at Hillcrest.
I do, yeah.
So Melody, why commit so early? Is it you didn't want to stress about it for the next year and a half? You just want to be like, okay, I'm committed. I know where I'm going. Now I don't have to think about it. Now I can just enjoy Hillcrest and enjoy high school.
Yeah, I feel like the goal was to commit early. And I feel like it does take off pressure to know, like, where my future is and, like, where I'm going to. So it's like I'm working towards something now for, like, my year of high school left.
All right, and let me go over to Mattison. Mattison, you're going to the Wisconsin Badgers, ironically in Madison, Wisconsin. So Madison in Madison, right? So I'm sure you probably already heard that joke. But Mattison, what was it about the Wisconsin program and playing in the Big Ten? What was it that attracted you to the Badgers?
Kind of like Mello said, like you kind of felt the spark there. Like you felt like you belonged. Like that's how I felt. It was very like family oriented. Like the coaching staff there was really amazing. And their pitching coach is like one of the top pitching coaches in the nation right now. He's the pitching coach for the national team. And the environment there and just the way they treated their athletes when I went and visited, it felt like I belonged. Like it was perfect.
Now, Mattison, you're a senior this year. So you got the spring with Hillcrest, and then it's off to Madison, Wisconsin to play for the Badgers. Is it exciting for you as well just to know, hey, this is what my future is going to look like? I know where I'm going to be for the next 4 years after you graduate from Hillcrest.
Yeah, it really takes pressure off because now I could just like calm down, just play high school, play my last year of travel ball, and just enjoy it with no stress.
That was my next question. It's a perfect segue. Is that you think you'll enjoy your senior season a little bit more knowing I got my scholarship, I know where I'm going, I'm very excited about it. I'm just going to have fun and enjoy this and hang out with my Hillcrest team and hopefully, make another run towards a CIF title game.
Yeah, it definitely takes off pressure and it's going to be more enjoyable to know that there's nothing to worry about and just have fun this year.
Mattison, maybe more so for you because you'll be graduating this upcoming spring. Has the Wisconsin coaches talk about how they see you fitting in, maybe even as early as a freshman? Like, hey, we want you to compete. We like you as a starter. Maybe we'll bring you out of the bullpen as a freshman. Have they kind of told you about what your role might look like going in as a freshman?
I know there's definitely going to be competition and going to compete for a spot. And they've said just work hard and see how it goes.
All right, Mello, let me go back to you. Hillcrest, obviously, it's not an old school, but already establishing itself as a great softball program. What do you think this does in terms of future softball players at Hillcrest? Do you guys feel like yourself, Mattison, some other players are kind of setting the bar and kind of leaving that legacy like, hey, we're a great softball program. If you come play at Hillcrest, you'll have a chance to go to the next level and play maybe Division I softball?
Yeah, I do. I feel like us setting the standard for other girls, it gives it shows the other girls that you can be here, going to Hillcrest. It definitely gives girls more of what's it called? It just helps them.
Mm-hmm. Gives them confidence, right? Like they're going to the right place, that they're They're going to win some softball games at Hillcrest and maybe compete for a CIF title. But also, I know for a lot of you players, the goal is to get that scholarship and go to the next level. For both of you, I'll start with Mattison and I'll go back to Mello on this. How exciting is that, your parents don't have to pay for college? Like, you're going to go play softball, you're going to do something you love, and there's not a big tuition bill.
It's really nice to be able to everything they've already paid for travel ball and everything, and finally I give back to them, oh, you don't have to pay for my college, this is what you deserve, I worked so hard for this, and all the time they spend and the support, it pays off.
And the same thing for you, Mello, too, is just the fact that your parents probably have invested a lot of time and a lot of money to get you to this point. Are you excited to be able to say, hey, I got my scholarship, it was worth it, it all paid off at the end?
Yeah, definitely. I feel definitely my parents had a big part of this, and I never thought that, I would have a scholarship, but my parents never expected anything less, and this is what they set me up for. So it was pretty cool to see it happen.
Now, listen, you both strike me as very humble, but let me ask you this. At any point, when you were younger, were you always the best player on your team when you were, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old? Were you always the best, or were you like Mello, you just said, I never thought I'd get a scholarship? At what point were you I guess I'm pretty good, and maybe I'll get a scholarship here?
I feel I've always been up there, with my teammates. All my teammates are amazing, my parents have always put me on great teams. But even all the way up to I could say I had a visit with Washington, but I never thought, I would have a visit with Washington until I was actually there. Everything just didn't feel real. Even now it doesn't, but to the actual moment of me committing, it was crazy.
How about you, Mattison?
I agree with Mello. You never thought that you would be where you are today. You might have been a little kid on a team and you were the best, but you never really thought oh wow, I'm actually committed to where I am. It's a very grateful experience.
All right, and for both of you ladies, we'll wrap it up like this. Going into, for Mattison, your senior season, what kind of goals do you have for this team? This Hillcrest team has had a lot of success since the two of you have been in the program. What are your goals? What would you like to see happen your senior season, Mattison?
I would just like to see our team come together and connect like we did throughout the last 2 years of me being there. I want us to come together and create that CIF run again and go all the way. And
how about you, Mello?
Yeah, I would love for us to get to the CIF championship again, and I know we could do it. We have an amazing team this year, and we have good chemistry too this year. Yeah.
And a lot of talent. We got a Badger, we got a Husky, and ladies, thank you so much for joining us here on the Inland Sports Show. I really do appreciate the time. Best of luck up in, Melody, we get you in for another season after next year, but best of luck up in Seattle, in the future. And Mattison Beliveau taking her talents to Madison, Wisconsin to play for the Badgers. Congratulations, ladies, and congratulations to your families as well on these scholarships.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it. That's Mattison Beliveau and Melody Acevedo here on the Inland Sports Show, taking their talents to the D1 level for Washington and Wisconsin, respectively. Inland Sports.